Sometimes justice doesn't come from careful investigation. It happens completely by accident. Over the years, many shocking crimes have been solved not by brilliant detectives or high-tech forensics, but by chance encounters, random discoveries, or simple mistakes made by the criminals themselves. These moments of coincidence changed the course of major investigations, bringing hidden truths to light. From lost items leading to murderers to random traffic stops catching fugitives, fate has often stepped in where logic couldn't. These incredible coincidences prove that sometimes the world itself wants justice to be served. They are proof that no matter how clever the plan, one wrong move can destroy everything. So, here are 10 unbelievable crimes that were solved entirely by accident and by fate's surprising hand in justice. The BTK killer caught by a floppy disk. For decades, the BTK killer terrorized Wichita, Kansas, sending taunting letters to police. After years of silence, he resurfaced in 2004, asking investigators if a floppy disk could be traced. The police said no, but they lied. When Dennis Rader sent one, the metadata revealed it came from a church computer under his name. A simple digital oversight ended his decades-long reign of terror. It wasn't brilliant detective work, but his arrogance that betrayed him. Rader's downfall became one of the strangest accidental captures in criminal history. A piece of outdated technology exposed one of America's most elusive serial killers. Sometimes, even the smallest mistake becomes the key to justice. The irony that his own curiosity led to his downfall made the case unforgettable. His capture became a chilling reminder that even the cleverest monsters make human errors. Ted Bundy, caught in a routine. Traffic stop Ted Bundy, one of the most infamous serial killers in US history, wasn't captured through profiling or investigation. It was a routine traffic stop. In 1975, a police officer pulled him over for driving suspiciously. Inside the car, the officer found burglary tools and handcuffs. That minor stop eventually led to discovering his horrific crimes. Bundy had eluded authorities for years, but fate had other plans. His charm and intelligence couldn't save him from a random moment of bad luck. The officer had no idea he had just arrested a monster. Bundy's capture proved that sometimes justice doesn't need a plan, it just needs timing. His arrest marked the beginning of the end for America's most deceptive killer. What began as a normal night patrol became one of history's most important arrests. The Green River Killer, exposed by a forgotten paint sample Gary Ridgway, known as the Green River Killer, murdered dozens of women in Washington during the 1980s. He was questioned multiple times but always released. Years later, a new forensic test revealed microscopic paint flecks found on victims matched his workplace. Those samples had been stored and forgotten for years until technology advanced. The case that baffled investigators for decades was finally solved by an overlooked clue. It was pure coincidence that the evidence survived long enough to be re-examined. Ridgway's arrest showed how accidental preservation can bring long-awaited justice. Sometimes forgotten evidence tells the loudest truth. The overlooked detail became the cornerstone of one of America's biggest serial killer cases. A small scientific breakthrough turned fate into justice after decades of silence. A dog finds a missing person's body in a small English town. A man walking his dog stumbled upon human remains buried near a forest path. What started as an ordinary stroll turned into a major murder discovery. The body was linked to a woman who had gone missing months earlier. The killer, confident his crime was hidden, was suddenly exposed by a curious pet. The dog's digging led police straight to the evidence needed to identify both the victim and the murderer. This case showed that fate sometimes uses the most innocent creatures to reveal dark truths. A simple walk became the moment justice finally barked back. Without that dog's discovery, the case might have stayed cold forever. It proved that even nature itself has ways of uncovering human evil. The Craigslist killer's downfall via a phone pinged Philip Markoff, known as the Craigslist Killer, thought he could hide behind anonymity while targeting women through online ads. But when police traced a victim's cell phone, it accidentally pinged near his apartment. That small technological slip led authorities straight to him. The discovery wasn't planned. It happened when investigators followed a random lead. The phone's accidental ping unraveled the case completely. Markov, a medical student with a double life, was exposed through pure coincidence. One digital blip revealed a killer who thought he was untouchable. His high intelligence couldn't save him from one careless digital trace. That single ping showed how technology can turn fate into an investigator's best ally. The body, hidden in a carpet, found by movers. A group of movers in New York thought they were transporting an old rolled-up carpet to a new apartment. But as they lifted it, blood began to seep through. Inside was the body of a missing woman. The killers had tried to disguise their crime by storing the carpet in a friend's building. If the movers hadn't come that day, the body might have never been found. Their casual discovery cracked open a cold case and led to arrests within hours. It was one of those unbelievable moments when pure luck solved what police couldn't. What began as a day's job became a scene of horror and revelation. Sometimes destiny uses the most ordinary people to uncover extraordinary truths. The unsolved bank robbery. Cracked by a torn dollar bill after a massive bank robbery in the 1980s, investigators had no leads until a torn dollar bill surfaced years later. The unique tier matched the serial number from stolen cash. That single bill traced back to one of the robbers, who was living quietly under a new identity. It was a chance encounter at a local store that brought the case back to life. A forgotten piece of currency exposed a thief who thought his past was buried. Sometimes even money refuses to keep secrets. The torn bill became the thread that unraveled years of deception. One piece of evidence worth just $1 ended up being priceless for justice. Fate truly has a way of making sure nothing stays hidden forever. A burglar who called 911 on himself. In one of the most ironic cases ever, a burglar accidentally dialed 911 while breaking into a home. Police, hearing the crime in progress, quickly traced the call and surrounded the house. The man had pocket-dialed the emergency line without realizing it. When officers arrived, he was caught red-handed inside the property. His own phone betrayed him before he could even escape. It was a crime solved not by investigation, but by pure stupidity and luck. Sometimes criminals make the job far too easy. The recording of his call even captured him discussing the robbery live. It became one of the funniest yet most shocking arrests ever made purely by accident. Kidnapping solved by a pizza order a woman held. Captive by her boyfriend, managed to place a pizza order online with a hidden message in the special instructions section. Please call 911, I'm being held hostage. The restaurant staff noticed and immediately alerted police. They arrived just in time to rescue her. The situation could have ended tragically if not for one observant employee and a random act of courage. What seemed like a normal order became a lifeline. It was an accident of timing, quick thinking, and fate coming together to save a life. The employee's attention to detail turned an ordinary workday into a heroic act. That pizza order became one of the most inspiring moments of accidental rescue ever recorded. But of the cold case, solved by a family tree, a decades-old murder case seemed impossible to solve until a man uploaded his DNA to a genealogy website out of curiosity. His genetic match linked directly to a distant relative of the real killer. Investigators followed the trail and eventually arrested the suspect years after the crime. The man had no idea his family's DNA would expose him. It was one of the most unexpected ways a case had ever been cracked. A casual ancestry search ended in justice for a forgotten victim. Modern science and pure coincidence worked hand in hand to reveal the truth. It showed that even the past can't stay hidden forever in a world of data Fate used family ties to deliver long-delayed justice. These 10 stories remind us that justice doesn't always come from strategy. It often comes from fate. Sometimes a wrong turn, a curious pet, or a random piece of technology changes everything. Each of these crimes might have stayed unsolved if not for the accidents that uncovered them. They show how unpredictable the world truly is, and how even mistakes can lead to truth. For every perfectly planned crime, there's a chance event waiting to expose it. Whether it's a phone ping, a dog's curiosity, or a DNA upload, destiny plays a strange but powerful role in justice. Every criminal story here carries the same message: you can't hide from chance. In the end, fate doesn't just punish, it balances the scales and restores truth in the most unexpected ways.